I realize this must all seem last minute, Miss Quackenbush.
Not at all, Miss Crabapple. What are substitute teachers for?
Poor Miss Topeka. She almost made it to the end of the school year, just 1 day short. I don't know. There's just something about this class that drove her crazy, literally.
I must remember to have the class sign a get well card and wish her a good summer.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh?
Might upset her. Like I said, there's just something about this class that really got to her.
If you say so, Miss Crabapple.
I think it best.
You are the principal.
I'm sorry to tell you, this class is not what I'm proud of.
Oh?
This class gives failure a bad name. A class like this turns up every once in a while, like a toothache. There's nothing a teacher can do except make the best of it. Miss Topeka tried.
Well, I'll do my best, Miss Crabapple.
I'm sure you will. You know what they say. When you have lemons, make orange juice.
I'll squeeze what I can out of them. I have a great deal of patience.
You'll need it. Most of the pupils in this class are failing. I've made a list of short exam questions they should all know by now. Since you are the one who will be seeing how they do on the test, I shall rely on your opinion entirely. I seriously doubt Miss Topeka will be returning. I suggest a brief warm-up to stimulate their little gray brain cells.
Excellent idea.
This might be your big chance, Miss Quackenbush, a general under fire. Do well, and you could become a full-time member here at the faculty here at the Little Red Schoolhouse.
A full-time member of the faculty? Oh my goodness, oh my stars. It's what I've always wanted.
Everything's here. Rule book, pointer, seat assignment chart. Almost time for class. You do the honors, Miss Quackenbush. Miss Topeka.
Quackenbush.
How's that?
My name, Quackenbush.
Yes, I know that.
You called me Miss Topeka.
I did? Even this room has a strange effect on me. I've noticed it before. Time for class, Miss Quackenbush. Shake hard, Miss Quackenbush. Shake hard. Build up your strength.
Gracious.
Here they come. Settle down, children. Settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Sit down. Sit down. Go in. Take your places and be quiet. This is your principal speaking. No singing, no talking. Not another note. Stop that singing.
Miss Crabapple.
Yes, what is it? Can't you see I'm trying to quiet the class?
It is quiet.
What's quiet?
The class. Aren't they little angels?
Looks can be deceiving.
I'm sure I'll get along famously with these pupils, won't I, children?
Yes, Miss Substitute.
Your new teacher's name is not Miss Substitute. It's Miss Tapioca. I mean Miss Topeka.
You did it again, Miss Crabapple.
Did what?
You call me Miss Topeka.
Why not? It's your name, isn't it?
No, my name is Miss Quackenbush.
It is? Where's Miss Topeka?
She had a nervous breakdown.
Nervous breakdown? Yes, how silly of me. It's this class. I told you this class gave me the jitters. Small wonder.
Perhaps I should introduce myself to the class.
No, leave that to me. Boils and ghouls, I want to introduce your new teacher for today, Miss Quackenbush. Say hello.
Hello.
Say hello to Miss Quackenbush.
Hello to Miss Quackenbush.
Miss Crabapple, Miss Crabapple.
That's little Mary McIntosh. She's always so polite.
Yes, little Mary McIntosh.
Before you ask me, the dog ate my homework.
Miss Crabapple.
What is it, Freddie?
Don't call me Freddy, Miss Crabapple. That's a little kid's name. Call me Fred.
Well, Fred.
What happened to Miss Topeka?
Calm down, boys and girls. Nothing to worry yourselves about. Poor Miss Topeka had a nervous breakdown.
Is that anything like a break-up?
Well, my big sister had a breakup with her boyfriend. I didn't know Miss Topeka had a boyfriend.
She doesn't.
How can she have a breakup?
She didn't have a break up. She had a breakdown.
Oh, so confusing.
Miss Crabapple.
What is it, Skippy?
This is the last day of school. We're not going to have a lesson, are we?
No. You're going to have something else instead.
What? Ice cream and cake. A trip to the zoo?
An exam.
An exam?
That don't sound like ice cream and cake.
Looks like his boo to the zoo.
Those of you who passed will go on to the next grade. Think of it as being promoted.
What happens to those who don't get promoted?
They get demoted, stupid.
Stop that laughter. I won't have it. Stop it.
Okay.
I'm going to have a word in private with Miss Topeka.
Quackenbush.
I want you kids to be on your best behavior. Although, I realize that isn't saying much. In the hallway, Miss Tornado.
Quack, quack, Quackenbush.
I'll only be a moment, boys and girls.
Yes, Miss Quackenbush.
How do you like that? On the last day of school, we get an exam.
What happened to the ice cream and cake?
It's not fair. It's not right.
What are we gonna do?
Easy. Rudy toot toot.
Rudy toot toot, Rudy toot toot. Let's get rid of the substitute.
All right.
I want everyone seated in his assigned seat. I'll read the roll. That's odd. The roll book was here a moment ago. Where's the seat assignment chart? The handbell? The wooden pointer? What happened to the whiteboard? And where's the lesson plan for today? I see I have a classroom full of comedians. However, you'll notice that I am not laughing. You there, on the floor. What was your name again?
Same as it is now. Jack, Miss Quackenbush.
You may sit down, Jack.
Thanks, Miss Quackenbush, but I think I'd rather sit up.
Pupils, when I was your age and my classroom had a substitute teacher, we did the same sort of thing. We put sneezing powder in the chalk boxes and stuck erasers together with Elmer's glue. We thought we were very clever, but actually, we were naughty children. And when children are naughty, they get punished. So unless everything that was taken from this desk is returned within the next minute, you can forget about recess.
Forget about recess.
Oh no!
Oh, yes. Everything seems to be here.
Teacher!
Guess, what is it? Fred?
This is for you, teacher.
Thank you. But what is it?
Well, it's supposed to be an apple, but the store was all out of apples. So I got you the next best thing, a can of applesauce.
Well, that's very nice of you, Fred, but this isn't applesauce. It's cranberry sauce.
Well, the store was all out of applesauce, too. Save it for the next time you have turkey and stuffing.
Gobble, gobble, na, na. Teacher's pet, teacher's pet.
He wants to be a teacher's pet, Miss Quackenbush, but
teacher's pet, teacher's pet.
Want to make something of it?
Applesauce, cranberry sauce, roar, roar, roar. Lap it up, eat it up, spit it on the floor.
Settle down, boys and girls, settle down. We have a lot to accomplish today. Here is your final exam. If you answered these questions correctly, you'll be, as Miss Crabapple says, promoted to the next grade. If you fail to answer these questions correctly, you'll end up repeating the same grade next year. It's as simple as that. Does everyone understand?
Yes, Miss Quackenbush.
Good. Now, you there with a lollipop. Patsy,
Yes, Miss Quackenbush?
there's no eating allowed in this class. Get rid of that candy.
But it cost a nickel.
I wouldn't care if it cost a dime.
I wouldn't care either if it was your money.
Perhaps you didn't hear me right the first time. I said get rid of that candy.
Oh, Miss Quackenbush, look what Patsy's done.
Did.
Oh, she done said it all right.
Gosh, Miss Quackenbush, you told me to get rid of it.
Now I see what Miss Crabapple meant. Here, pass that to the front. Nasty stuff. Sticky, gooey, icky.
Sticky, gooey, icky.
Now, as I was saying... Ow! Who put this thumbtack in my chair? Remember, behave or no recess.
Yes, Miss Quackenbush.
That's better. Now, before we get into the final exam, I think we should have a brief warm-up.
Warm up, warm up, warm up.
No, boys and girls, not that kind of warm-up.
Oh.
We're going to exercise those little gray brain cells. You've all got too much energy. You must calm down. This final exam is important to you and to me.
Are you going to get promoted too, Miss Quackenbush?
In a manner of speaking, yes, you might say that. I know, poetry has a calming yet mentally challenging effect. Who knows a nice, soothing poem? Don't do that, Skippy.
Teacher, I know a poem.
All right, let's hear it.
Do you want me to despite it?
I'm sure you mean recite, but yes, please.
Okay. I shot an arrow in the air. Where it landed, I know not where. So there. Miss Quackenbush, my pretty red balloon, it broke.
Burst.
It couldn't be any worse. It was my favorite red balloon.
Teacher, I know a poem.
All right, let's hear it. George.
Georgie Porgy, pudding in a pie. Kissed the girls and made them cry.
Now, boys and girls, let's be polite. Courtesy doesn't cost anything.
Then it can't be much good.
Does anyone know what good manners are?
That's the noise you don't make when you're eating soup.
What about my poem? I wrote it all by myself.
All right, let's hear it, George.
Okay, here goes. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock and got squashed.
Don't do that, Skippy.
Oh, look, Miss Quackenbush. There's a worm in my sandwich.
Be quiet, Dorothy. Everyone will want one.
Teacher,
Yes, little Mary McIntosh?
I know a poem.
Go on, we're waiting.
Big Mouth recited by little Mary McIntosh of the Little Red Schoolhouse. The crocodile, that fearful beast, is ignorant and full of brewer's yeast. But Cleopatra's childhood pet, for all we know, is living yet.
Oh, that's a terrible poem. If you want to hear a real poem, listen to this.
And what's the title of your poem?
Title? What's a title?
What's the title? Odd name for a poem.
No, Miss Quackenbush. The title of my poem is Fleas.
Please.
Fleas.
Yeah, here it goes. Fleas. Adam.
Please, please, please.
Quiet down, boys and girls, quiet down. I'm afraid poetry is not your best subject.
Well, can you please give us another chance?
Let me think. Ah, yes, nature is a restful topic. Has anyone ever put a seashell to his or her ear?
You mean when we're at the seashore?
That's right.
I put a seashell to my ear.
And what did you hear?
A busy signal.
We'll forget about nature.
Oh, teacher!
Yes, what is it, Fred?
Ask me some arithmetic questions. I'm awfully good when it comes to numbers.
Very well. Let's see how high you can go. Stand up and count to 10.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4,
22.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Come on already.
10. You should not have told me
Please,
to count to 20.
don't do that, Skippy. Is there anyone that can count higher than Fred?
I can count higher than Fred, Miss Quackenbush.
Very well. Let's hear it.
Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perhaps we should try something a little more simple. I have 3 cans of corn. Did we get that number?
3.
Very good. And I have 3 cans of lima beans. What do I have?
Succotash.
How about some basic algebra? 5Q plus 5Q. Anybody? 10Q.
You're welcome.
Who is? Miss Quackenbush, look, there's a new student.
Oh my goodness!
Are you the new pupil?
I must be, but I'm not the old one.
Well, what's your name?
Stanley,
Where are you from?
I moved
To where?
to a new place
Where's the new place?
across the street.
From where?
The old place.
And what do I call your parents?
I don't know what you call them, but I call them Mama and Papa.
This guy's good.
Take a seat, Stanley. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine with these people. Please, don't do that, Skippy. I'm afraid arithmetic and basic algebra is too much for you, class. Perhaps you should try some biology.
Biology? Hope we don't have to cut up a frog.
Yucky!
My cousin swallowed a frog in his biology class.
Yucky. Yucky.
Did it harm him?
Well, he's likely to croak at any minute.
Don't do that, Skippy. Shame, shame. Weak in arithmetic and deficient in biology.
Is that bad?
It's deplorable.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought it was going to be something bad.
How are we getting on, Miss Topeka?
Quackenbush.
We warmed up with a little arithmetic, and then some poetry, and a little biology.
What about spelling? I approve of spelling.
Ooh, I can misspell every word in the dictionary. I should get a gold star. Miss Crabapple, last month I got an A in spelling.
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, she's lying.
Yeah, everybody knows there's no A in spelling.
I brought you some extra paper, Miss Topeka,
Bush.
in case you wanted the students to write a short essay.
Don't do that, Skippy. Children, when you grow up and go to college, what would you like to major in?
Oh, that's easy. Taking up space.
Do we enjoy doing homework?
We enjoy doing nothing better. Teacher,
Yes, what is it, Dorothy?
I'm a good pupil when it comes to spelling. They had alphabet soup in the cafeteria yesterday, but I couldn't eat it.
Why not?
Because they spelled her name wrong. Yeah.
I didn't like the way Miss Topeka taught spelling.
And why not?
Well, she kept changing the words.
Courage, Miss Quackenduck. Courage.
Game Bush.
Oh, Miss Crabapple, Miss Crabapple.
What is it, Georgie?
Does neatness count?
Not in your case.
Whew, good.
How'd you get your hands so dirty?
Oh, from washing my face.
Good luck, pupils. Good luck, Miss Quackenbush.
Thank you, Miss Crabapple.
Now, before we get into the final exams, I'm going to ask you a few practice questions. That way, each of you will have a chance to answer.
Are we supposed to put our name on this paper?
Good idea, Stanley. Everyone take out a pencil and write your name on the paper. Why are you writing your name?
'Cause I ain't got no pencil.
What grammar? What you mean is, I have no pencil, she has no pencil, he has no pencil. We have no pencils.
Gosh, Miss Quackenbush, what happened to all the pencils?
You know what? That's the last time you'll do that, Skippy. Go over there and put on the dunce cap.
Gosh, Miss Quackenbush, I'm too old for the dunce cap. I am going to be a musician one day. I have to practice, don't I?
And from what I've heard, you'll need a great deal of practice. Now go on, put on the dunce cap.
Na na, Skippy's in the dunce chair. Na na.
Oh, shut up.
Now, Skippy, be polite. You're in enough trouble already.
Yes, Miss Quackenbush, whatever you say is right. You're the teacher.
Please, try to remember that.
Well, I wish I was a teacher, then I'd know everything.
Teacher.
Yes? What is it, Patsy?
I'd like to be excused, please.
Why?
I think I'm gonna be sick. I think I'm gonna be car sick on the floor.
If you want to be car sick, wait until you're at least in a car or at home, you know?
I don't feel good, honest.
It's nothing but nerves. Sit down and take several deep breaths. It'll pass. Are we ready, class?
Yes, Miss Quackenbush.
Splendid. Here we go with our practice round.
Car sick. I know I'm car sick. I can always tell when I'm car sick.
We'll start with you, Jack.
Why do I always have to be first, Miss Quackenbush?
What you just said is very interesting because our first question is about George Washington. If George Washington were alive today, what would he be noted for?
Old age.
Wrong. Little Mary McIntosh?
Present.
We all know education is very important. If you couldn't sign your name, what would you do?
I'd pay cash.
Wrong. Class, if a Polish citizen is called a Pole, what would a Dutch citizen be called?
A ditch.
Wrong. Fred?
Ready when you are, Miss Quackenbush.
When Christopher Columbus discovered America, where did he land?
Oh, that's easy. He landed on his feet.
Wrong. Dorothy, what is the plural of a whim?
Could you repeat the question, please?
I asked, what is the plural of a whim?
Women.
Wrong. Skippy. What are the 4 basic food groups?
Fast, fresh, frozen, and junk.
Who discovered America?
Don't look at me, Miss Quackenbush. I didn't do it.
Patsy, where was the Declaration of Independence signed?
On the bottom?
You do that one more time, Skippy, and I'll report you to Miss Crabapple's office. Stanley, when was Christopher Columbus born?
On his birthday?
Wrong. It's worse than Miss Crabapple said it was. Students, concentrate. Think before you answer. Now, who knows what part of the fish weighs the most?
Teacher, I know.
Wonderful. Let's hear it.
Okay, that's easy. The scale.
Wrong. Percy? Please, think before you answer. Concentrate. Now, a dentist charges $50 for 1 cavity. How much would he charge for 2 cavities?
Why would anybody want to buy a cavity?
We'll try this again. Who can name 10 North American birds. Teacher, you know the answer? Who can name 10 North American birds? Wonderful. Let's hear all of them.
1 bald eagle and 9 pigeons.
Wrong. You, give me 2 pronouns.
Who? Me?
That's correct.
You mean I got it right?
Yes, you did.
Miss Quackenbush, I have a question.
What is it?
What's a pronoun?
I'll make one more attempt. It won't be easy, children. I need you to concentrate. Please pay strict attention. Think before you answer.
Yes, Miss Quackenbush.
Good. Now, the question is, why was George Washington buried at Mount Vernon?
Why do we get all the tough questions?
I'll repeat the question. Why was George Washington buried at Mount Vernon?
Teacher, I know.
Wonderful. Go on.
Because he's dead.
Don't do that, Skippy. I don't think I'll be continuing with the final examination.
Yes!
It would be a complete waste of time.
Oh, Miss Quackenbush! Miss Quackenbush!
Yes, what is it, Fred?
I was supposed to do my show and tell today.
Show and tell? Well, I suppose I can't see as how it can do any harm. What would you like to show and talk about?
Napoleon!
The French Emperor? Napoleon Bonaparte?
No, my rat, Napoleon. I found him behind the stove in my kitchen.
A rat?
Come on, Napoleon, say hello to everyone. Napoleon is a rat. Napoleon likes cheese, but he likes peanut butter better. Okay, it's fine, Napoleon. Don't need to be.
Oh my.
All right, settle down, class, settle down. Back in your seats, back in your seats.
We could have been eaten alive.
Mice are dangerous, people.
Fred, never bring a live rat or mouse to class. It's disruptive.
My cat would like to meet Napoleon next to lemons. My cat likes mice.
Your cat eats lemons?
Yes, he does.
What's your cat's name?
Sourpuss.
How are we getting on, Miss Topeka?
Quackenbush!
Well, why don't you just call me Beatrice, Miss Crabapple? It'll be easier for all of us.
I think Patsy really meant it when she's gonna be car sick.
All over the floor.
The exam, Beatrice. How are they doing?
It's pointless to continue on with the examination, Miss Crabapple. I mean, everyone has the right to be ignorant, but these pupils abuse the privilege. They wouldn't know George Washington if he walked right through the door.
Well, I suppose it can't be helped. You might as well give them the news.
Class?
Yes.
I'm afraid you failed the exam.
Teacher!
Yes, Jack?
Does that mean we're not getting promoted?
That's exactly what that means.
Did you hear that, everyone? That means we're not getting promoted!
You mean you don't want to move on to the next grade? You've been trying to fail? No wonder Miss Topeka had a nervous breakdown.
That explains your strange effect on me, too. But why would anyone want to fail?
Well, if we pass the exam, all the other kids will think we're smart Alex and beat us up.
Yeah. We don't want to be smart Alex. Nobody likes a smart Alex.
No promotion! No promotion! Hooray!
Oh, stop that ridiculous behavior. Nobody gets anywhere in life being a failure. You need to build each other up, encourage each other. Become a class of winners. Then it won't matter what anyone else thinks of you.
You know what, Beatrice? I like your attitude. In fact,
Yes?
I've just decided the job here is yours. You'll have all next year to work with these children. They'll improve, I'm sure.
You mean I have to work with these students for a whole year?
Most certainly.
Well, in that case, I have news for you and the class. Students, please pay strict attention. Although you didn't actually take the final exam, I can tell you are all quite promising pupils. Your answers to the practice questions showed incredible wit and creativity. In fact, I think it would be a great mistake to hold you back. Consequently, I will recommend that you move on to the next grade.
Really?
What, us?
They really must have impressed you, Beatrice.
They did. All they need is a little encouragement, and I'm ready to give it to them. And I hope that's all right with you, Miss Crabapple, if I work with them next year as well. And I promise they won't drive me to a nervous breakdown.
All right. Little Mary McIntosh, when did you get so many freckles?
Oh, these aren't freckles, Miss Crabapple. I didn't want to stay home today because I thought we were going to have cake and ice cream.
If those aren't freckles, what are they?
Measles! Measles! My mother's going to be real mad when she discovers I'm out of bed.
The whole school will have to be quarantined!
Quarantine? You need to call your mother.
Sanitize the desk.